Where's Honzek's head at with having to play in this? He started the year with the Flames
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's I'm telling you, I do. I'd be pissed.
Well, I know what I would say if I were close to Sam.
Yeah.
I would say,
go play.
Yeah.
There's nothing. That's great. You need to prove to a lot of people, including probably yourself, that you've taken another step. And you may as well do it here. Anytime you get on the ice is an opportunity to show that you're better and that you've improved. You can't do that sitting upstairs.
The first rounders the year after you were playing. Why wouldn't you be playing? Like, yeah. And if you are way better than everyone else, then this should be easy.
Then
Go out, play hard and show it. And wow, you'll raise eyebrows and have momentum going into main camp.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun to watch the 15 pounds of muscle story, because it's kind of similar to the best shape of his life story, which is always the kiss of death. You're like, oh, this overpaid 34-year-old, he's in the best shape of his life. But when you're this age and it is a player of Hanzik's description, like, that's going to be helpful. He's a guy that was always noted as a puck protector, good work on the walls. I don't know if he'll play the middle or not this year, but mass is going to help you, and he's already got the big frame. Skates well for a man of
Not
size.
if it's a beer belly, Ryan.
Yeah, that's the key.
I figure I've probably put on 15.
No, you said muscles.
I can put on 15 by what's it?
How much time?
End of October. End of October.
Stay right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stay right there. Now, what about getting it off? Can you still?
Nope. I'll just go back to my no eat.
Yeah.
Fasting.
Have some X-Lax brownies.
Ever tell you that story?
No.
Me and my buddy Ryan Ingbertson.
Oh, good guy.
We're living in Frontier. We're youngsters, and at the babysitter's house.
Yeah.
We didn't like what was going on.
Were you being babysat?
So yeah.
Didn't like the cut of her jib.
We were young.
Yeah.
And so we said, "Listen, Miss Penner, we're not going to hang out and deal with this bullshit. We're out of here."
Language.
We didn't really say that, but
It's weird that you would say
just
that.
kind of left.
Yeah.
Kind of ran away.
Yeah.
And we ended up at Ryan's house, and it was this wonderful chocolate bar.
Yeah. Sitting right there.
We're sitting right there.
How has this not been eaten? How you
want to split it?
You got chocolate bars in your cupboard?
This is
with
amazing.
the cough syrup and the gauze?
Wow.
Weird.
Touchdown.
Crushed it.
How'd that end?
Delicious.
Yeah.
How did that end?
I think,
Kids don't eat X-Lax. Yeah. Is that still a thing?
It's got to be.
Jack, what are you doing over there?
What are you doing over there? Did you Google the first thing that we wanted you to
that's
Google?
fake news. I don't know. The Chiefs of Lethbridge, no idea.
I don't know if it's the Chiefs. Maybe I got the name. Warriors?
I'll say this about Hanzik. Tough spot. Because, we've been critical. People have been critical. It's okay. What you need to be better. Okay. Well, come on. You got to stand out. So last year, what does he do? Comes to camp, stands out. You got to have a good camp. Okay. You got to maybe prove that you can make this team. Okay.
Yeah.
Made the team. And then, as sometimes happens with teenagers, it starts to tail off and he goes, whatever.
I got hurt too.
All right. Well, if you're big, you got to commit. You got to put in some hard work this summer. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Well, I worked out a lot. It's 15 pounds of muscle. I've worked out a lot. Okay. Right. Like he continues to kind of do what's asked of him, except be undeniable on the ice. Now, maybe that's coming, but we have been critical.
We roasted him last year in Penticton.
It seems like he's putting in the work. This is not someone who's like, I'm a first rounder. You make room for me. I respect the work.
And we got behind him after Penticton last year. He started to play and it's like,
main camp.
Because you're right. The 15 pounds of muscle.
I hate that storyline, but when you're this age and this player, I'm less susceptible to this is hogwash that's fed to state media.
I know.
Yeah.
Because you should say, well done, son.
Yeah.
Good on you for taking it serious.
He didn't have a bad year. He just, to your point, wasn't undeniable. Like, I don't worry about Sam Honzek not being an NHLer. I'm concerned about his ceiling. I think it's a very, very probable outcome is that he is a middle six winger, which are one of the easiest things to get in the NHL, but still important pieces of teams. But I just, when you pick in the first round, you always dream on ceiling, and that's where maybe there's more to be wanted.
Yeah.
But that's probably why they picked him too, right? Part of the reason, because
they definitely would.
They're like, if he can turn
scenario,
into this big
now.
centerman that we want down the middle as a number 2, even a number 3 center. But
and
he's
he
got
might
to be
still
a
be
big
a 3C.
center.
But it's just, you want to see a guy putting up a point per game at the A, and it's like, well, we got to call this kid up. And that's kind of what happened with all these other guys. Zeri did that. You know, you saw Pelche eventually do that. Mangiapane did that. Like, guys that are okay. Well, he's younger than this league, and he's dominating. Time to come up. That's the season he's got to have this year if he's not going to make the team out of camp. And they do need a center. Like, you got 3 centers on this team. You got Kadri, Backlund, and Frost. Could he be a 4th-line center? Is he better suited to be a 1C in the AHL? Where are you playing someone like Kirkland? We'll see.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants to make team out of camp, that's fine. It's just, I almost would rather see him in big minute roles rather than, oh, here's your 11 minutes on the 4th line.
We've talked about that a lot. Do you have a positionally? I feel maybe it's a little different.
They listed him as a winger, by the way, in the press release, but he played a bunch of C last year in the A and wing.
There's no way they want him to be a winger.
You'd rather have him a center,
but
he's probably just keeping expectations a little lower.
Because if he goes to the A, it's, well, here's get first rounder again. He doesn't make but because of injuries and all of that, it's probably the best for him.
Yeah. I agree. And unless, I think there's a lot of similarities to Zeri.
Yeah, like unless it's undeniable, and you come out and you can't send him down.
You can feel free to do that again. No problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem. But if you're going to go to the minors, play the piss out of them. I don't follow the Wranglers. I don't know what they do. I don't know what their approach is. Blah 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 blah. I'm playing the piss out of some guys.
Yeah,
because you know what it is.
Playing the piss out of. You're 25 as a center this year. I'm making you.
Yeah. Too many times we've sat here or just whatever. Anyone watching is, well, what is he? As the Flames come to the end of the road with the players, well, you don't really know what he is yet. What did you give him an opportunity? I'm with you. If it's in the A, fine. Play the snot out of him and feel like however it ends, he's coming up and staying for a 15, 20-year career, or it's a short stay. At least you feel good about knowing what you have in the player.
Find out what it's.
So when we look at first rounders, everyone has super high expectations, and rightfully so. You get 1 first rounder a year, and often teams will trade them. I'm looking at that draft that we were at in Nashville. Pick 5 was David Reinbacher, 0 games in the NHL. Pick 6, Simashev to what was Phoenix at the time, 0 games in the NHL. Michkov goes, he looks like a stud. Ryan Leonard made his debut last spring. Nate Danielson hasn't played a game yet. Dalibor Dvorsky, 2 games. No games for Tom Willander, top prospect for the Canucks. No games for Daniel Butt, a huge towering guy that's been in the K that is going to come over and play for Utah this year. Zach Benson's been very good. Yager, no games. Matthew Wood, 6 games. Honzek, 5 games. Like, it is not out of line with what we saw from picks 5 to 20. He's one of the guys that hasn't arrived yet. And sometimes when you pick a first rounder, you're like, tomorrow, next year, right? And it's like, no, this was supposed to be an epic draft class, and everyone may have been really wrong, or we have to remind ourselves that it might take 2 to 4 years for guys to get to the NHL level from junior or whatever league they're in Europe. Because everyone's like, oh, that's a bust of a pick. And you kind of look around, you're like,
oh, no, I don't think it's a bust of a pick. The way he played the first year and he was not productive, then he's hurt. And then you guys were in Penticton, right? You said you didn't even notice him. That was when the criticisms came.
The last game was his best game, but it was some where you're like,
yeah, you can't. I don't expect him to have put up 100 points in the league by now, but you also have to be able to be noticed. And again, I want him to be a center. And if I'm the Flames organization, I'm going to force that issue till it becomes evident that this is it's not working.
And I think that's probably the plan this year, to be fair. So the top 4 picks are all studs, and outside of that, there's 2 guys that have come in and been good. That's that whole draft that was supposed to be the don't trade your first. It's this legendary draft class. We didn't see a pick get traded after the trade deadline from that draft. Like, it's going to be so special. 6 players 2 years later have solidified.
But how many are knocking on the door this year?
A bunch. And some would argue Hanzik is.
Good.
The point you make about the ceiling is probably the concern, right? It's like, this guy could probably play, but to what level?
To be a top 6 guy, you want to see a little more offensive production. That's all. But it's fine. Like, if he wants to come in and be a huge center that can play both ends of the ice and be physical and score 15 goals, that's an asset.
Where was he drafted? 15?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Like, are we expecting him to be a huge point producer? I've never really.
Oh, I just think it's the first round. Expectations are out of whack. So I think if you looked at it, he's doing fine for a 16 pick. But when people pick,
but you're
16,
you're referring to expectations of idiots that are on loan.
No, the thing is, because he was not noticeable at the rookie tournament, right? Like you see Gridden, Gridden's scoring, Gridden's making plays. Okay, well you don't need to have 5 goals a game. You just need to appear to be one of the best players on the ice most of the time.
How are you impacting the game?
Whereas him, it was, oh, right, Hanzik's in this game.
Where is he?
We got 8 minutes left in the second. I haven't seen there's been no flash. Yeah. That's kind of what the concern was.
And then he comes and makes team out of camp. So it's like,
I still don't know. And that's, I'm an idiot, but I
listen to
where
us.
is he?
No,
where has he put up the numbers that you're base? And I'm not saying you are, or that anyone would base. Well, he's going to be a 1C and get.
His draft year was going really well, and then he suffered the injury at World Juniors, and that was the first of I think probably 3 or 4 significant injuries since then. So I think at the time you probably were hoping there's more ceiling, but definitely not guaranteed that there was more ceiling.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.